Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TCG Talk. I'm back here with the third part of our third three-part series where I kind of give my favorite cards of certain heroes. Recently, we have done Viserai and then Katsu, and now we're going to do my newest kind of main hero, which is Briar. Obviously, Briar is really big in the meta right now. But even when Tales Aria first came out and I played my first sealed event with it, I just loved Lightning Briar. I love the aggro-y crazy effects. And some of the foils with Briar are just fantastic looking, and lightning cards in general, to include the first one on our screen right now. So yeah, we'll go into my 5 favorite cards. Like I said in the Viserai and in the Katsu videos, this isn't necessarily like the 5 best cards for Briar, right? Although all of these are very useful, and all of these you will see in like top 8 Briar decks. These are really my 5 favorite, just from a utility perspective, from a card perspective, from a artwork perspective. I just love the cards. So we'll get right into it. Really quick, easy content for y'all to enjoy. Number 1 for me is definitely Ball Lightning. Anyone who's played Briar knows how good, especially Lightning Briar, knows how good Ball Lightning is. That +1 damage effect is really good. When you couple this with cards like Electrify and cards like, a fused Arcanic Shockwave, right? Because it counts for arcane damage too. That +1 effect just forces opponents to keep blocking out, and it gets really, really hard for opponents to do a lot when you're on these huge go wide turns. So Ball Lightning's awesome. Also, the foil of this card is amazing in the center, and then basically it does like all of this is foil, and then like the lightning going out is foil. It's just an amazing card to look at and see. It does block for 0, but when you're playing Lightning Briar, you're basically similar to Agrokatsu. You're only blocking with like 1 non-attack action when necessary. You're really trying to go wide, so it's not that big a deal. I normally run these at red and yellow, 6 of them, and sometimes just red, depending on the matchup, but they're really good cards, and I really enjoy them. My next one is Plunder Run. Not necessarily a Tales of Aria card, obviously. It came out in Arcane Rising, but I enjoy the card because it gives Briar's attacks +3, similar to like the Ball Lightning, right? Like if you play Plunder Run out or Arsenal into a Ball Lightning, now all of a sudden your Ball Lightning's hitting for 6. That can be pretty oppressive. And the fact that the next time an attack action you control hits this turn, you draw a card, that's really useful for Briar. If you're even getting a little bit of chip damage in with 1 card after you play Plunder Run, now you're creating an Earth token, you're drawing a card, you're creating an on-hit effect, you're doing all these things, and it really hurts the opposing player. Also, it's a card that can start your Rosetta Thorn trigger for the 2/2 trigger, and possibly play 2 non-attack actions to give your next attack go again. It's just a really great card. It's a card I highly suggest running multiple of in a Briar deck, possibly 6 to 9. I would say 6 definitely. Run the blues and the reds. And with her Earth tokens, you can have it block for a lot if you absolutely have to. It's just a great card for Briar. It's what this card does is it works so well with what Briar's win condition is. For the third one, this is a really good card that's came up lately in a lot of Briar decks, Exude Confidence. This card, if you can couple this with like a Nimblism, is insane. Because if it's attacking for 7, basically the card reads, as long as this card isn't defended with another card that has equal or greater attack value, your opponent cannot use defense reactions or instance this combat chain. So if you pump this with a Nimblism and it's hitting for 7, unless they have some crazy card in their deck, which most 90% it won't, then they're not going to be able to play a defense reaction or an instant. This is really good because a lot of people are trying to tech against Briar and fatigue her out with defense reactions, with instants, with sigils, stuff like that. So as long as if you play this card first and you give it go again or something, through a lightning token or through Snapdragon Scalers, it prevents a hero like Dash or like Bravo or like Prism, who run a lot of defense reactions. They can't do that against you. So it really hurts their ability to block you out that turn. And you can really like chain together a lot of attacks with this card. So ideally you want to pump it up to like 6 or 7, obviously like a Plunder Run or a Nimblism. But even if you don't, it's still good at 4. It's going to force them to use a good attack card. And if you absolutely want to, which you won't do as much with Lightning Briar because you don't have a lot of blues, but at instant speed, you can pay 3 resources to give it +2, so it's aiming for 6. So you could use this against a Prism, because you can defend with this card and then instant speed to give it 6 so it breaks her Herald. It just depends on how you want to do it. But it's a really good utility card and really good in the set overall. It came out in Monarch. So the next one is Electrify. I love this card for multiple reasons. One, you almost always want to be playing this from Arsenal because you'll draw a card. So even though it costs 1, you're basically getting that card back with the draw effect. And then whenever an attack hits a hero this turn, the next time it does, it deals 3 damage to that hero. This is really good with Ball Lightning's effect because let's say you play this and you play Red Ball Lightning. Let's say for some crazy reason they don't block you out. Ball Lightning is going to deal 4 damage because it deals that much damage plus 1. If it's hit, so at red, if it's hitting for 3, it's going to hit for 4. And then Electrify's ability procs off. Now Electrify deals 3 damage, but now Ball Lightning gives it plus 1. So now you're dealing 8 damage with a red Ball Lightning. And then finally, it creates an Earth token because the way Electrify reads, the attack is dealing the 3 damage, not Electrify. So it qualifies to create an Earth token. So if you play Electrify into Ball Lightning and they don't fully block it out, you're going to create 2 Earth tokens and you're going to deal a pretty substantial amount of damage. So it's really good. It's a really useful card. You also can block with it with a bunch of Earth tokens. It blocks for 2. If you have 2 or 3 Earth tokens, it's going to block for 3 or 4. I know I definitely run these at red, and sometimes I'll even run these at yellow, depending on the deck. So run 6 of them. It just depends on what you want to do and how much 0-cost cards you want to have in your deck as a Lightning Briar. But it's really good for sure running it red. Highly recommend it running it with Lightning Briar. And then finally, another Monarch card, Captain's Call. You'll see us in a lot of top 8 Briar decks at blue. I run it mainly at blue. Sometimes I'll run it red. It's basically good to give your next attacks go again. It's a 0-cost blue, so it pitches for 3. You can block with it if you have to. It's just really good to continue those go wide turns. And then also, if you already have a Lightning token, you can give a card plus 2, which is really good for a card like Exude Confidence or a card like Ball Lightning. It works for any attack action, so it's really useful for that. It's just a really high utility card, and it's a card that you'll see a lot of Lightning Briar players play. Blue, they'll play 3 of them typically. Just a really multi-purpose card that I think any Briar can run. So for this, my top 5 cards, my favorite cards are Ball Lightning, Plunder Run, Exude Confidence, Electrify, and Captain's Call. I don't run a whole lot of Earth Briar, so any Briar mains in the comments, please let me know what your favorite Earth Briar cards are. Also for Lightning Briar, let me know what other cards you think are really good that you really enjoy. Again, this isn't meant to have the top 5 best cards, although all 5 of these are very useful for Briar and are arguably some of them are top 5. But it's just kind of 5 cards that I enjoy playing with Briar. Yeah, this was the third part in the 3-part series. Let me know what you thought. I know it's kind of a change of pace, kind of different content, but I wanted to put out some cool stuff for you all, just a change of pace type thing. Do some easy content for people, and maybe even new players can kind of get an idea of some of the good cards in these heroes. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll appreciate everything y'all been doing. We've been going at this a little bit over a month now, and we're at 160 subs, 10K views in the first month of the channel. It's mind-blowing to me. I wanted to create this channel just for fun, and the fact that this many people are even consistently watching just blows my mind. So thank y'all so much for this. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a good rest of your week, and I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank you.